The View studio buzzed with energy as Harrison Ford, the legendary Hollywood actor, walked onto the set. Cameras flashed and the live audience applauded, excited to see the iconic star up close. He greeted the hosts warmly, nodding and smiling politely, ready to discuss his latest projects and decades-long career. The conversation began smoothly, covering Harrison's latest film and his reflections on Hollywood over the years. Joy Behar, ever the outspoken host, smiled politely at first. But as the discussion shifted to personal topics, including family, philanthropy, and Harrison's views on celebrity privacy, the atmosphere began to shift. Joy leaned in, her tone sharp but seemingly casual. "Harrison, some people say that your private life has always been off limits. Do you think that's selfish to your fans or even to your family?" Harrison paused, sensing the edge in her question. "I've always believed that privacy is important for everyone, including my family. Fans can respect that while still enjoying my work," he replied carefully, maintaining his calm demeanor. Joy's eyes sparkled with mischief, and she pushed further, her words carrying a more personal bite. "But isn't it true that some people feel your distant attitude toward your children, especially your younger ones, has hurt them emotionally?" The audience gasped. Harrison's calm smile faltered for the first time. The studio, filled with live energy moments ago, suddenly felt tight and uncomfortable. It was clear this wasn't just a probing question anymore, it was crossing a line. Harrison shifted in his chair, looking toward the producers and other hosts for support, realizing that the tone had changed from interview to confrontation. Joy leaned forward, pressing further, ignoring Harrison's subtle attempts to redirect the conversation. "I mean, people deserve to know if their parents are truly there for them. Isn't it selfish to shield your children from the truth?" Harrison's voice grew firmer, his patience waning. "I understand the responsibility a parent has," he said, trying to maintain composure. "But discussing personal family matters on national television isn't fair. These are private issues, not public debates." Joy, sensing the tension, did not back down. "But you've been a public figure your entire life, Harrison. Don't you think your choices, how you treat your family, are open to public scrutiny?" Harrison inhaled deeply, his usually calm and collected demeanor now visibly strained. "There's a difference between public scrutiny about my career and personal attacks on my family," he said sharply, meeting her gaze. "This isn't about transparency. This is about crossing boundaries." The studio audience shifted uncomfortably as the argument intensified. Other hosts tried to mediate, but Joy continued to press, her tone increasingly personal. Harrison's jaw tightened, his patience finally reaching its limit. What had started as a respectful interview was now a battlefield, a clash between celebrity privacy and media scrutiny. Finally, Harrison leaned back, looked at the audience, and said in a composed but firm voice, "I think this conversation has gone too far." Without another word, he rose from his chair, walked past the stunned hosts, and exited the set. Cameras caught every step, the audience reacting with a mix of shock and murmurs. The studio fell into a stunned silence. The hosts tried to continue the discussion, but the weight of Harrison Ford's exit hung heavily over everyone. Joy looked momentarily taken aback, realizing the impact of her words. Even seasoned journalists and hosts backstage acknowledged that the line had been crossed. Social media erupted within minutes. Clips of Harrison's calm but decisive walkout went viral, sparking debates about celebrity privacy, ethical journalism, and the limits of personal attacks in interviews. Commentators praised Harrison for maintaining dignity and standing up for his family, while others critiqued Joy for pushing too far. Later that evening, Harrison's publicist released a statement. "Mr. Ford values his fans and the work he shares with the public, but personal family matters are private." He left the set because questions turned into personal attacks, which he does not condone on national television. Back in his home, Harrison reflected on the incident. He knew that being a public figure came with scrutiny, but protecting his family was non-negotiable. The confrontation had been tense, but it reinforced a simple principle: respect personal boundaries, even for those in the public eye. For the hosts and the audience of The View, the incident became a cautionary tale about the delicate balance between curiosity, media responsibility, and personal ethics. For Harrison Ford, it was a reaffirmation of his integrity and his unwavering commitment to protecting the people he loved most. The evening ended not with applause or laughter, but with reflection on privacy, dignity, and the courage it takes to walk away when respect is lost. Harrison's exit was more than a dramatic moment on television. It was a statement, a reminder that some lines should never be crossed.